1966 was a year where soul grooves rolled like warm summer nights, and R&B storytellers carved memories into the airwaves. Deion Jackson was teaching us how love spun the world. While Aaron Neville was preparing to break every heart in the nation. These are 10 forgotten one-hit R&B wonders from 1966. Songs that flickered once, but never stopped glowing. Number 10, Cool Jerk by the Capitals.
When they see me walking down the street, they think twice.
This one came swinging right out of Detroit in 1966, born in the same neighborhoods that fed Motown's heartbeat. The Capitals were a local group trying to stand out in a city full of harmony groups and doo-wop survivors.
Heaviest cat, the heaviest cat you ever did see. When they see
Cool Jerk wasn't supposed to be a phenomenon. It started as a groove the band played during club sets, a dancer's inside joke. But when they stepped into Golden World Studios, they had a secret advantage. Members of the Funk Brothers, Motown's legendary house musicians, backed them.
look at them guys looking at me like I'm a fool.
You can feel that rhythm section, tight, playful, heavy on swagger. There's a story that the song was originally called Pimp Jerk, inspired by a very specific crowd who used to show off in the club. They changed the name for radio, but that sly strut stayed in every snare-snapping horn burst.
You're cooking, baby.
The minute that opening piano stab hits, you're transported. Polished shoes sliding on wood floors, perfumed nights, dancers laughing with joy like the world was theirs. Cool Jerk hit the top 10, then faded just as quick. The Capitals never found that magic again. But every time the song drops at a backyard barbecue, a roller rink, or a summer soul party,
Come on, people. Hey.
the room still moves. And if that was pure dance floor electricity, the next one brings a Louisiana shuffle and a barefoot grin. Number 9, Barefootin by Robert Parker.
Gonna dance that can't be beat. We barefootin'.
Released in 1966 on NOLA Records, this track came strolling straight out of New Orleans with a smile you could hear.
On tall Sally was out of sight. Threw away a wig and a house sneak.
Robert Parker wasn't a newcomer. He had been blowing tenor sax in clubs since the early 50s, backing Professor Longhair, Fats Domino, and every other Crescent City groove architect you can name. But singing his way to stardom, that was the surprise twist.
Everybody get on your feet. You make me nervous.
Barefootin was inspired by something Parker would see at late-night dances. Folks kicking off their shoes once the band hit its stride. No pretense, no polish, just sweat, laughter, and rhythm that made your hips sway without asking permission.
Come back and get 'em another day. We barefootin'.
You can practically picture it. A hot Louisiana night, windows open wide, cicadas humming along with the horn section. This song flew up the charts, landing in the top 10 and getting covered by everyone from Ray Charles to the Ventures. It became a soul standard. Yet, Parker himself never caught another hit. He kept performing around New Orleans, forever beloved locally, even if the national spotlight moved on.
Little John Henry, he said to Sue.
Today, when Barefootin comes on, something softens in the room. People remember joy, simple, unpolished, barefoot joy. And that's a rare kind of magic. If that was all smiles and dance floor freedom, this next one leans into smooth harmonies and midnight feelings. Number 8, Sweet Dreams by Tommy McLean. This tender Louisiana soul waltz blew in during 1966 like a late-night breeze drifting through an open screen door. Tommy McLean wasn't the typical R&B hitmaker. He came from the swamp pop scene of Cajun country, where rock and roll, country, and rhythm and blues all blended into one humid, heart-tugging sound. Sweet Dreams was originally written by country legend Don Gibson, but McLean's version wrapped it in a slow-burning ache that felt lived in.
Where my name.
Recorded on the small MML label, the song caught fire regionally before crossing over, landing on the Billboard charts and making McLean a surprise national voice. What stands out is his delivery, soft, trembling, like someone trying hard not to cry.
Oh, how
You can almost imagine a smoky bar, neon flickering, lovers sitting apart, but still looking at each other through the music. Though he never repeated the success, Sweet Dreams remained a favorite on late-night soul radio, the soundtrack of quiet heartbreaks.
I should hate you.
If that was Longing After Midnight, the next track brings pure Chicago grit and street corner harmony. Number 7, Shake, Shout, and Run by the Beau Brummels. Now, here's one that slid under the radar even back then. The Beau Brummels came out of San Francisco at a time when the Bay was transforming, psychedelic rock on the rise, folk singers flooding coffee houses. And yet, this group was leaning into a soulful, pleading R&B sound that sat somewhere between Motown and the early British invasion shimmer. Shake, Shout, and Run, released in 1966 on Warner Brothers, didn't break the top 40, but it carried a feeling that stuck with anyone who heard it. The group had tasted success just a year earlier with Laugh Laugh and Just a Little. But by 1966, changes in labels, shifting producers, and the growing wave of louder rock pushed them to the side. Still, this track has heart. Listen close and you'll hear that jangling guitar bright as Sunday sunshine, undercut by a desperation in the vocal, someone trying to hold on to love slipping through their fingers. It's the sound of a band caught between eras, between genres, between identities, yet making something beautiful out of the uncertainty. You can picture it playing on a transistor radio on a front porch somewhere, warm breeze rolling through, life moving slow.
Beware of hidden danger.
The legacy? The Beau Brummels are remembered mostly by rock historians now, but soul lovers who were there know this song carries the glow of a summer memory, brief but unforgettable. And while that one swayed with bittersweet yearning, the next track is pure velvet and devotion, straight from one of soul's softest voices. Number 6, Love Makes the World Go Round by Deon Jackson.
Love makes the world go.
This gentle, glowing soul number floated onto the scene in 1906 like a Sunday morning full of sunlight. Deon Jackson was just a young singer from Michigan, signed to Carla Records, trying to make a mark in a world ruled by Motown giants.
Say they feel so fine now.
Yet, somehow, this soft-spoken ballad cut through the noise. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't fiery. It was tender, warm, hopeful, and that's what made people stop and feel. There's a story that Deon wrote this in high school, just a notebook scribble about love being the force that keeps life spinning. When he stepped into the studio, the arrangement wrapped his gentle voice in strings like a slow dance under soft lights.
Oh, it makes a boy and girl. Oh, say.
The song climbed into the top 20, played at weddings, school dances, and quiet kitchen radios across America. But the follow-up hits never came. Deon continued performing, quietly beloved, but this song became his lasting heartbeat. And the moment it plays even today, everything slows, like the world remembers what matters.
Bye. Oh,
If these forgotten gems from 1966 are stirring memories, or maybe making new ones, go ahead and give this video a like. It helps keep the music alive, so these voices are never lost to time. And stay with us. The next 5 songs only get deeper, sweeter, and more soulful. Number 5, You're the One by the Vogues. Released in 1966 on Cohen-C Records, this track came from 4 young men out of Turtle Creek, Pennsylvania, an unlikely birthplace for such a smooth, velvety slice of vocal soul. The Vogues had harmonies as soft as pressed linen and a style that sat somewhere between doo-wop sweetness and sophisticated supper club elegance. You're the One was their first major hit, gliding into the top 10 and drifting through radios from city sidewalks to small-town diners. The secret ingredient? That soaring, longing-led vocal, carrying just the right amount of ache.
I want you only, you must believe me, you're the one that I love.
It's the sound of remembering someone across distance, replaying moments that still shine. Meanwhile, the backing group holds the emotional floor steady, like friends keeping you upright when your heart is full. But after a few bright moments in the spotlight, the British invasion and change in R&B tastes pushed them aside. Still, this song remains a time capsule. Glove-soft romance under streetlights, hand-in-hand slow dancing, hearts racing quietly. And when it plays, it feels like the world gets a little gentler.
I love you more each day.
If that was the sound of sweet devotion, the next track brings a voice so pure, it could crack your heart clean down the middle. Number 4, Tell It Like It Is by Aaron Neville.
Tell it like it is.
Released in late 1966 on the Small Parlow label, this song didn't just arrive, it floated in like a whispered confession.
And I'm not a little poor.
Aaron Neville's voice was unlike anything on the radio at the time. Trembling, angelic, fragile, and unguarded. He wasn't belting, he wasn't boasting, he was pleading, and that made the world stop. New Orleans was shifting then, producers experimenting with strings and softer textures, and Tell It Like It Is became the perfect storm of vulnerability and melody.
Tell it so long, so long, so long, so long.
The recording almost didn't break nationally. Distribution issues, radio hesitation, but once it caught fire. It spent 5 weeks at number 1 on the R&B charts, impossible to ignore. Yet Aaron would not see this level of chart success again for decades. Life, business troubles, and bad contracts dimmed the spotlight.
But if you want me to love you,
But the song, became a lifetime classic. Played in lonely bedrooms, wedding halls, and quiet car rides home after heartbreak. Hear it today, and you can still feel the tremble of someone standing on the edge of honesty, afraid to lose love but braver than silence.
I know the deep.
If that one spoke to the softest part of the heart, this next one rolls in with street corner harmony and a groove built for summer sidewalks. Number 3, I'm Your Puppet by James and Bobby, Purify.
I'm your puppet.
This one drifted onto the charts in 1966 with a sweetness that felt effortless. But don't let that fool you. Behind its easygoing melody lies one of the most charming soul performances of the decade.
Finger and I'll turn you some fifth. I'm your puppet.
James and Bobby Purify were actually cousins, James Purify and Robert Lee Dickey, who took the stage name Bobby Purify. They recorded for Bell Records down in Muscle Shoals, where the house musicians could take a simple love lyric and make it glow.
Do just what I'm told. I'll do anything for you.
I'm Your Puppet has that warm back porch ease, acoustic guitar strokes like summer breeze, gentle horns, and harmonies that feel like a hand resting on your shoulder. It's love sung without pride, without armor, just devotion, plain and earnest. The kind of song couples slow dance to in basements and gymnasium halls, strung with Christmas lights. It climbed the top 10 and became an instant classic, covered by everyone from Marvin Gaye to Dionne Warwick. Yet, the Purified duo never scored another major hit. Life kept moving, tastes shifted, but this record remained, a soft little miracle of sincerity. And if that one felt like a warm embrace, the next track takes us to the dance floor. Horns blazing, organs spinning, and a groove built to move the room. Number 2, I Spy for the FBI. By J-Mo Thomas. Now, here's a groove that was made for Friday nights and crowded dance floors. Released in 1966 on Thomas Records, I Spy for the FBI. Came straight out of Chicago's vibrant soul scene, where brass sections were bold, bass lines walked like they had someplace important to go, and every record felt like it was dressed sharp. J-Mo Thomas, born in the Bahamas and raised in Chicago, brought theatrical flair to everything he touched. His voice didn't just sing. He performed, half smiling through the lyrics like he knew something we didn't. The track plays like a playful spy movie set to a sweaty club band. Fast horns, funky organ stabs, a snare drum that snaps like polished shoes on pavement. And the premise? Love under investigation. The narrator is tailing his rival like he's a government agent. Jealousy turned into a dance floor wink. It was unexpected, clever, and impossible not to move to. It had regional heat, serious club rotation, and DJ love across Detroit, Memphis, and Philly. But it never cracked the major national charts. The moment passed, the spotlight shifted, and J-Mo slipped back into the winding paths of touring bands, studio sessions, and the life of a journeyman musician. But the song lives. Every now and then, it resurfaces. At a Northern Soul dance night, in a DJ set, or sampled by a crate digger who knows what gold sounds like. And when it hits, the room comes alive like lights just snapped on. And now, we're here. Only one song remains. One voice, one moment. One spark that burned bright enough to never fade. Number 1, When a Man Loves a Woman by Percy Sledge. Released in April of 1966 on Atlantic Records. This wasn't just a hit. It was a moment that carved itself into the heart of American music. Percy Sledge was a hospital orderly from Alabama, singing in local clubs on the weekends. The story goes that one night, hurting from a breakup, he leaned into the mic and just let the pain pour out. His bandmates followed him, shaping the chords around his voice. That raw, unpolished sorrow became the blueprint for the song we know today. Recorded at Norala Studio in Muscle Shoals, with that unmistakable organ swell and those yearning horns, the track doesn't just express heartbreak, it bleeds it slowly, beautifully. Percy doesn't sound like he's singing to someone. He sounds like he's singing from inside the memory, like he's still standing in the doorway, watching love leave. It hit #1 on both the pop and R&B charts, a rare crossover triumph during a time of sharp musical divides. And although Percy would continue recording, nothing ever matched the emotional earthquake of this debut.
I know exactly how it feels, baby.
This was lightning, once bright, unforgettable. To this day, when this song plays, time slows. Couples squeeze hands, people close their eyes. Entire rooms soften. Because every one of us, at some point, has known the kind of love that lifts and the kind that breaks. We end here, not because this was his only song, but because this was a testament to how deep the soul can go. From Detroit dance floors to New Orleans slow jams, from Muscle Shoals heartbreak to Chicago swagger, 1966 gave us one-hit wonders that never truly faded. They flickered once, but oh, how they glowed. Thank you for taking this soul stroll with us. If you felt the music tonight, go ahead and subscribe to keep the groove alive. So, these voices live on, remembered. And when you're ready for the next journey, click the video on your screen. We're rolling right into 10 forgotten one-hit R&B wonders from 1965. Let's keep the rhythm going.